In this lesson, we're going to show how to use the distance formula. You see it here, the square root of x2 minus x1, that quantity squared, plus the quantity y2 minus y1, the quantity squared. We'll add those together and take the square root of the whole thing. It looks kind of complicated, but it's really easy to use. And so we'll start by choosing a couple points. I'm just making these up. We'll say A can be 1, negative 2, and B, let's make that 3, 5. And so those are just random points that I chose. We're going to find the distance between point A and point B. So we'll write this down as AB equals, and it's going to be the square root of all that stuff that you see in the formula above. Now our x values are 1 and 3. And so it doesn't matter which one I choose for x2 or x1, but traditionally the second one is going to be x2. The second x value that you see is a 3. So we'll put 3 minus, that minus is part of the formula, the positive 1, and that quantity is squared. Now we'll turn to the y values. Okay, the y values are the 2 and the 5. We started with the 3, and so when we turn to the y's, we're going to start with the corresponding y value, which is going to be 5. And that'll be 5 minus, and there's a negative in there, it's hard to see, it's a negative 2. So it's going to be 5 minus a negative 2. And that whole thing is squared. And so now we have to simplify, and once we do, we'll have the length of AB. So AB is the square root of 3 minus 1 is 2, so that's 2 squared. And then 5 minus a negative 2 is the same as 5 plus 2, and that'll be 7 squared. And so AB equals the square root of 2 squared, or 2 times 2 is 4, and 7 squared is 49, and 49 plus 4 is 53, and so the answer is radical 53. In other words, the length of AB, the distance between point A and point B, is radical 53. Now, if 53 could be simplified, if that radical could be simplified, we would do it. But in fact, 53 is prime. There's nothing we can do with it. And so we're done. The answer is radical 53. That's the distance between point A and B, or the length of segment AB.